Hey guys, Rockin Robbie here. It's in the morning, about to head off to work. Got to stop and get me a Monster energy drink first. And welcome to a day in the life. Alright everybody, it's a very overcast day today, so I don't know if this is really looking too well right now, but I just got to work. Stopped and got me a monster. I got these ultra red. You know, I've been doing the ultra ones. I like the orange, the red, the white, the black. I like them all, but the yellow and the blue. But where do I work? I have one of the coolest jobs ever. I work at a comic shop. The comic shop in North Alabama, probably the southeastern United States. I work at the Deep. Comics and games. So here we are at the Deep, right before we open, and lots of cool stuff, lots of old comics, loud radio.
Look at all of those comics.
Look who is here at the Deep today. None other than Alex the Humphrey from Killing Time. You might remember him from the podcast. How's it going, Alex?
Hey, how's it going? And hello to everyone out there watching.
Thank you. They appreciate that. What are you looking for? Some BPRD?
Well, I was looking for Black Widow. I'm looking for the first issue of Black Widow.
Oh, the new series?
But I am distracted by this BPRD. Look at how many they've done.
Dude, they are over 100 issues.
Wow.
I think there's more BPRD than Hellboy now.
I was looking for Guy Davis, speaking of BPRD, looking for a Guy Davis sketchbook that he had done in the 90s. And I stumbled on John Totalbin sketchbook. So I ordered that instead. Because the Guy Davis one's impossible. Can't find it. Unless you go on eBay.
Guy Davis is awesome.
Oh, I love it.
Did a lot of BPRD for a long time.
I bought his Masters, his comic book Masters, whatever. They sell those, you know, where they interview the guy and they show all his work. I bought one of those, and it's just hours. I just stare at it because it's like, I can't. Where does he begin? And it looks like it's flawless. It's I guess hours and hours to do that, but it looks so detailed. He would draw all these bolts and all these nuts, and it would just be crazy.
You said
amazing.
nuts.
Yeah, bolts and nuts. He would draw nuts. He would draw nuts.
And here we have the esteemed proprietor of the Deep, Ed Walls. Bubba to some. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Hi to everybody watching.
So, Ed, you like Star Wars and nerd stuff?
A little bit, yeah.
What's your favorite Star Wars character?
I have to go with Boba Fett.
Appropriate. I think we are busy now. Thank you for taking time out of your day.
You're welcome.
It's Friday, and it's the Deep. That means it's Firehouse Friday. Time to bring the heat. This is the reason why we do Firehouse Friday. For the heat. Alright, we love doing the heat. This one smells straight up just heat. Like no flavor hardly, just hot. We're going to take this, pour it all over there, and see what happens. It's not as hot as the one last week, but that's pretty hot. It's good. Nate found the hot one, finally, so now I'm going to try the hot one. How much do you put on there? Just a little bit?
No.
Like that much?
Yeah.
I'll go more than you. Because I can handle it. That was a hot one. Woo! Holy. Yep.
Water? No, dude. Don't drink water. You're gonna fuck. No.
Milk's got calories, man.
Yeah, water's gonna spread it and make it worse.
Ooh, yeah, that's... Usually, Will picks it up for us. He usually gets the hottest one as the littlest, the smallest amount, but not this time. This time he fooled us. Okay, that's good. Woo. Whew. Speaking of hot, look who just came in.
Where? Who?
Rob Williams.
Hello.
Say hello to the YouTubers.
Hello, YouTubers.
Got any advice to give them?
Come buy some cool stuff at the Deep.
All right, now look who we have found here. It is
Outlaw and his beer.
the Paul Miller, author of Ghost Puncher, the Ghost Puncher series.
That would be me. Of course, it's not any one of the other Ghost Punchers out there. It's Albrecht Drew Ghost Puncher.
Albrecht Drew Ghost Puncher.
Yes, because the other Ghost Punchers are not affiliated and are not. I'm not going to say they suck because I'm going to say they suck. So what are we immortalizing this week?
Well, this week there were some good ones. Let's see.
Because I got 3 books. And
What do you got?
Monsters,
Okay.
because it's gorgeous, and it's just enough anime-ish that if you don't really like anime, you might still like it. And Deadpool, because apparently I'm just
Deadpool.
comics geek.
Okay, that's fine.
And Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet
because
Witch.
Look at that.
Scarlet Witch is actually really cool. They
They
mention the stuff that's going on in Doctor Strange a little bit.
Okay.
Like she's finding out that magic is broken, that something's wrong.
Now, are
So-
they going to do that with Marvel? Are they going to do a whole bunch of the connected magic stuff and have that?
I don't know, they
See
probably will, because if Strange is talking about magic being broken and she is, they may be building up to some kind of big magic-related crossover. I would anticipate for next fall, when Doctor Strange the movie comes out.
Exactly. Dude, seriously. Like T'Challa? Is it T'Challa or T'Challa?
I think it's Bacalo or Bachalo
Bacalo.
or something like that.
It's Filipino. that's
Chris
all
B.
I know. Yeah, Chris B.
Chris B.
I like it, Chris B. God, he drew. This is weird. He draws leaves and jackets
Uh-huh.
better than anybody else.
Leaves and jackets.
Leaves, like he'll take like a bush that's just like. I remember it was when the first Generation X came out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot of Paige Guthrie, and I've seen enough comics that very little sticks out. I mean, there's the Art Adams Wolverine where he's down like this. There's the Batman leaping in front of the lightning bolt for Dark Knight Returns.
Uh-huh.
And then this shot of Paige Guthrie just, doing her morning run, and all the leaves are coming down. It's like everything is just perfectly leads you. That's what T'Challa does.
Paul does a really good blog you do it almost every Saturday, right? Saturday
I try
Funny
to do it
Books.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. You can find it at Blog Puncher.
Blogpuncher.com, yeah.
Yeah, check it out because it's really, really funny, and he mentions PCP a lot,
Yeah.
and me in particular.
And occasionally it's pop culture philosophers and not just the drugs that
Yes.
I don't do them because drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
They are. Stay in drugs and don't do school.
All right, guys, I want to thank Paul Miller for hanging out. Check out his book. Check out ghostpuncher.org.
Ghostpuncher.org or blogpuncher.com. It just actually kind of a good time to do this. I've got Albrecht Drew Ghost Puncher Part 2, Paranormal Dick, coming out on Tuesday, unless I have like a stroke or something.
All right, taking a nice vape break here outside of the Deep.
Day in the life of Robbie. I don't want to be a part of this.
Dave does not want to be on camera. Nate's here. Tonight we're doing about to get off work here in a little bit. I'm about to go get ready to do a Star Wars podcast tonight for Pop Culture Philosophers. Nate, let me ask you a question, man. What's your favorite character in the Star Wars saga?
Lando.
Lando. Why Lando?
Swab motherfucker.
I like that. Hey, Dave. Don't worry, I won't put you on film. What's your favorite character in the Star Wars saga?
Sarlacc, because it kills Boba Fett.
Hey, what's up, Tony?
What up, bro?
You guys know Tony. Me and Tony actually work together here at the Deep. We are in the mysterious sub room. This is where all of our subscription boxes are. So all these comics are like people's subscriptions. There's tons of comics, tons of people that love reading comics. That really excites us. It really gets us pumped up. But you probably know Tony from PCP before, and for the future he'll be on more videos with us. Let's talk a little bit tonight. I'm about to be dipping out of work, about to go do the Star Wars podcast.
That's what's up.
Oh, everybody wanted to be on it, but we have just a small number. Tony's going to be on the next podcast, first podcast of 2016, television animation.
That's
It's going to be
right.
a really, really cool one. Star Wars. You like it, right?
I love it.
What's your favorite character in Star Wars, period, in the whole saga?
Oh, man. That's a stretch.
I'm gonna have to say Yoda.
Yoda.
Yeah.
Why Yoda?
Man, just the mysticism behind him. You know, there's this. He's kind of got that mysticism like Wolverine. Everybody wants to know where he came from. Like, you want to know about all of his people. If there's any more like him out there.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And that's the one thing that they haven't touched upon yet in the Star Wars
Yeah, the
universe.
past of Yoda is still very mysterious.
Yeah.
Here at the store to get podcast essentials.
Seafood department time.
Oh yeah. Right, just made it back home. You're probably curious as to what I got at the Kroger. That's the shop I go to usually. Got some wine for the podcast night because I got Brooks the Magnificent coming over, and he likes wine, and so do I. And these Quest bars, cookies and cream, which I adore. And I'm trying for the first time this, what is it? It's peanut butter supreme, like a peanut butter pie thing. You know, the Quest bars are really, really good. If you want to get some extra protein, if you got a sweet tooth, but you don't want to have a lot of like just nasty sugar and carbs and stuff, this has got some pretty decent stuff in it. It's going to give you a good amount of protein. I highly recommend them. They're a little expensive, but like any dessert, it should be a treat, right? I mean, I'm not eating like 8 of these a day, right? I wish I would, right? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, a little bit more research to do and getting ready for the podcast. All right, guys, we're here. We've been talking. We got Scott. We got Brooks, we got Justin, and we got John. We're about to knock out the Star Wars podcast for PCP.
What I thought about religion change and lightsabers. You know, I mean, they had me from get-go. Loved it. And it warped my little 6-year-old brain.
And also, you notice that the Biker Scouts have the least aerodynamic helmets of all the fucking troops, and they're on those speeder bikes.
It's really impressive that they can take a character that doesn't actually speak and put so much character into it.
It's my favorite.
Love Return of the Jedi. I agree with you, good sir. Brooks, what do you think about the original films?
Oh, well, the original films are great. That's Star Wars right there.
Dude, Palpatine is dope as fuck. And we haven't mentioned it yet. Revenge of the Sith, their last fight, it didn't end quite how I wanted it to, but it was very symbolic that it happened in the Senate, right?
Yeah, the Senate chamber.
As everything is crumbling. But dude, Palpatine and Yoda, to me, Star Wars is about those opposing views and the people caught up between.
The whole series is about finding the inner you. It's, you know, every character in the series, literally, every single character has their own journey.
All right, guys, seriously, we had a great podcast tonight, the Star Wars podcast. I can't wait for you to see it. We had John.
See it?
Well, you can see a little bit
with your ears
of it on YouTube. We had Justin. We had Brooks. We had Scott. We had a great show. We're wrapping it up, and pretty soon I'm going to kick these guys out, grab something to eat, and go to bed. Thanks for watching.